we got to get into the motherfucking David allegations, brother. Because with this whole car shit I've been hearing about, this damn kid or something, I don't even know exactly what's going on. But I know something's going on and David might be cooked. And I honestly didn't even really know too much about who this guy was. Like I heard the "In the Back of My Mind" or whatever. I've heard that song before. And the "I Don't Care How Long It Takes." I've heard those songs on TikTok and shit. But I don't really know much about him as a person. I don't think I've ever even really heard him speak. Wait. Oh, wait. No, chat. Oh my God. I've actually met him before. Hold on. I totally forgot. I met him before, bro. Brother, I met him in Camp Florida 2023, 2 years ago. Holy fuck, bro. Okay, we're going to leave that for a different conversation for a different day.
On September 8th, news broke that a badly decomposed body was found in a Tesla that was in an impound lot registered to the singer David. Now, David is a 20-year-old kid, ex-Fortnite pro. He has a grassroots type come up, making music on his iPhone. And on top of that, he was on tour. So because of his personality, everyone just assumed it couldn't have been him, right? Until some more news came out just recently that may change the entire story. Real quick, I want to say I'm making this vid because the story is really confusing. There's a lot of theories and misunderstood things floating around right now. I mean, you have people like XQC who are investigating this on stream, and it's probably not the best source, as well as people who are just straight up making things up or posting misinformation. So I'm going to separate this video into two different sections. The first is going to be stuff that we know for sure, and the second is just going to be like theories and speculation from all the fans online. Also, here's a quick trigger warning because a lot of the stuff in this video is pretty disturbing. So with all that in mind, let's continue. If you don't know who David is, like I said, he used to be a Fortnite pro. He had a cool come-up story saying he wanted non-copyright music for his montages, so he started making his own songs with just his iPhone on BandLab. After uploading a couple songs to SoundCloud, he released the song Romantic Homicide. This song went super viral, and I'm sure you've all heard it.
See, this is what I've been hearing about, bro, how it's very symbolic, and that's the scary connection. If this story really ends up being true and he really did this, yo, this is going to be the worst thing we've seen since O.J. Simpson damn near. And I don't, well, actually, did O.J. do it, though? The glove ain't fit. I'm just saying, I don't know.
In the back of my mind,
that
song. And this track absolutely blew up in July of 2022. And shortly after, he signed a record deal to Interscope. He continued releasing music and even opened for SZA on his tour. He also got to do the track Feel It for Invincible, a song that fans absolutely love. Even recently, David just did a song called Locked and Loaded, which is a collaboration with Fortnite.
I've heard
a montage of his own gameplay as the music video. I'm saying all this to say he had a very organic come up, a family-friendly vibe, and a likable personality.
So you just literally only made music so you could make a few more dollars
exactly.
on Okay.
That was it.
How did you make your first song?
And I looked up how to make music on iPhone. And
that is so relatable, dog. Oh my God, bro. That's literally exactly how I feel, yo. I've literally said this multiple times that I don't even care about making the M's and all that stuff. Like, I know it's going to come in due time whenever it comes. But all I need is just enough from my Twitch to where I can survive and focus all my energy on doing this 24/7 instead of having to diversify my focuses into so many different routes. That is the realest shit I ever heard, and I really hope Dave is innocent. That's all I'm saying.
App called BandLab comes up. I click on it, I put my Apple earbuds in, and I use my sister's closet as the studio.
That's why when the news first broke, most people just assumed he couldn't have possibly done it. I even said to a friend when it first came out, I was like, I feel like the Fortnite kid who's pretty normal didn't do something like this, because that was always the impression that I got from him, but that may not be the case. When the news first came out, it was reported that there was a body in his car that had been there for an extended period of time before being found. It was too badly decomposed to be identified. Apparently, the car had been at the impound lot for a few days. This was after the car had been abandoned a few days before
that body been there for a minute
without ever being reported missing. According to NBC, a spokesperson for David said he has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. But he would have been touring for over a month before the body was decomposed, according to his tour dates, which is why, like I said, most people figured it couldn't have possibly been him. On top of that, the LAPD said it is one of several vehicles owned by the musician, with many different people using any of the vehicles at any given time. The police didn't arrest him or anything, and he just went on to perform like normal the same night, handing out
You can't grow your podcast if you spend all your time editing.
I don't have a podcast, bro.
With Riverside. Your podcast
boo-boos to the crowd. On the flip side though, Crocs and Hollister dropped their ad campaigns with him, which is understandable why brands wouldn't want to be associated with those types of accusations. However, things took a turn for the much worse when just recently the body was identified.
And now some breaking news on a major story that we've been following. We have just learned the identity of a teen found dead inside of the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer David. Investigators now say that the victim, Celeste, reported as a runaway last year, had not been seen since.
It was the body of a young girl named Celeste, who would have just turned 15 years old. She went missing in April of 2024 when she was 13, so she was missing for over a year. Of course though, this in and of itself doesn't directly link her to David, but TMZ interviewed the girl's mom, who said that her daughter had a "sh" tattoo right on her index finger in red ink. Well, David also has a "sh" tattoo on his right index finger. This tattoo isn't necessarily unique to David. I mean, Rihanna has it, Lindsay Lohan and Lily Allen do too, but what makes things miles worse is that the mom claimed her daughter had a boyfriend named David. Right after this news came out, David canceled his upcoming show. TMZ confirmed that a house David was living in was searched by the LAPD. The house was being rented by his manager from Interscope, but there are a ton of pictures and videos of him in the house over the past year. Apparently, LAPD homicide detectives searched the house Wednesday and walked out with a computer and several evidence bags.
Mike, do we know if the search has anything to do with the girl's death, though?
Yeah, so Susie and Juan, we are working on those details right now. What I can tell you is that it is literally right where we know that the car was towed from. So remember how this all happened, as you heard from Nicole. The car was towed from the Hollywood Hills. It wasn't until it was at the tow yard where the body was found. So if we go back to where the car was towed from, tonight, there's a presence of Los Angeles police detectives that are out there. We can see them in their plainclothes suits. We also see crime scene text. It appears to be centered at this home. Sky Cow was able to get a peek before it got dark. To be clear, LAPD has not said tonight if this investigation is related to the investigation of the girl's body being found, but they are like less than 100 feet away from where it was all found.
This is crazy.
So this is all happening in the same neighborhood.
For reference, this is how close the house was to where the car was found, which I think is a lot more incriminating than it originally was led on to be. And on top of that, the police are saying that the car was driven through an alley, possibly with the intention of trying to avoid traffic cameras or something like that. So it's just crazy how close it was to the house that he was staying in.
What business you got killing a goddamn teenager as a 20-year-old singer, bro? You sing R&B music. What you killing girls for and putting them in the trunk for? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the idea of it is just so, it seems so far-fetched because it just wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't add up. But you never know these days. You never know.
The only other thing we know for sure is that there was a photo taken of David just a brief walk away from where the victim lived. The person who posted the picture was alleging that David was paying people off, but there isn't any concrete proof on that. All we know for sure is that he was in that area. Kali Uchis even said she's in the process of taking down the song she has with him following this news. So this is everything we know for sure, all of our information from official sources. However, as you can imagine, the internet detectives got straight to work. And a lot of this alleged information looks really bad if we're being honest. Again, I just want to clarify, everything going forward isn't like super factual. It's not confirmed by official sources, but if I'm being honest, most of this proof that we're seeing confirms that he knew the victim. First of all, there's messages from his Discord server that show him talking to a girl named Celeste. This interaction was from 2022, by the way, and it says she joined the server back in 2021. There were also people who had a convo saying they were pretty sure he had a girlfriend named Celeste in 2024. One of the strangest messages from his server was someone who said in response to him saying he was in a song crisis, drop the one with the missing girl Celeste. This message was also sent in August of 2024. All of this is very strange because at the very least it goes to show that people were aware of this girl in his Discord server. Like, I saw someone tweet, "You're telling me people knew about David and Celeste in a Discord server and didn't say anything?" Russell Westbrook saying she lied and said her age in the server was 18, but I don't know, still just a weird situation. Someone also recorded all of these screenshots, which leads me to believe that these are legitimate. On top of this, photos started popping up saying it was the two of them together, like this one. There's also this photo from Discord as well, which looks similar to the victim. There was also a bunch more pics and videos that leaked that showed David with a girl that resembled this girl. Apparently, someone even got into his iCloud and started leaking photos of them together.
How the hell you get into an iCloud?
Reddit post. On September 8th, the day the original news broke, someone responded on r/hiphopheads in response to the news. This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the LE ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in the 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. At the time, everyone thought this was just some random Reddit user who was tweaking. speaking. And now with the latest news, it seems very real. I mean, the girl was reported missing about 70 miles away from where the car was found. So the fact that this random guy was able to piece those dots together, it just doesn't seem like it was some made up story. On top of all of this, a song leaked that I can't confirm if it's real, but it's called Celeste. Apparently, David wrote it in 2020.
Shut up.
And the lyrics are kind of crazy.
Okay, I hate how this is fire though, bro. This is really good.
This very well could be AI or something. I couldn't tell you, but a lot of people believe that it is in fact real. There was also this weird tweet from 2022 where he said, "When I was writing this, I got a notification from you. As you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again, take me where I belong. But our circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro."
I swear to God, bro, I've been saying this and I will continue to say it. You will never find another place other than Twitter where people will continue to incriminate themselves and say some whack shit in their past. I just don't understand why every time, bro, it really feels like every single time there's a controversy of some sort, somebody's going through some bullshit, whether it's damn PDF allegations, whether it's goddamn whatever, murder shit, whatever it is, you could always scroll through somebody's Twitter and see them saying some weird shit that connects the dots, even if it's years and years and years prior. I've told y'all, chat. I've told y'all, bro. You can scroll through every single tweet I've ever posted on my Twitter because I have a new one now. My other one I had when I was like a kid, like when I was 13, I would just post memes on there. I have like 20 tweets on there, right? And then I made a new one in like 2020 or 2021, and ever since then, I think I have like 1,000 or something tweets. I am telling you right now, if somebody was dedicated to scroll through every single shit I've ever posted, you would not find no weird incriminating shit, bro. I've always been just a goofy motherfucker, just having fun, saying my opinion, saying some quotes, and just dipping. I don't get the whole weird shit. It's like these people want to do it, bro. It's weird. I don't understand.
This is from an old thread where he was talking about Romantic Homicide, his breakout hit. Another crazy coincidence was that the music video for Romantic Homicide was released on the victim's birthday. Fans also pointed out that the lady in the video resembled the victim. On top of that, the lyrics just look a little weird now. Everyone has been looking at his old lyrics under a new lens, and a lot of them don't look great. Like this one where he says, "He might have you, but I've got your ghost." Everything just looks so weird now with this news. Like he apparently brings a casket.
There's gotta be some Illuminati shit or something.
And his TikTok reposts just look terrible. Like there's this one that reads, "Imagine we were two cannibals in the late 80s who randomly met, and then we fell in love and tried to be better and start a life together. Then you died and I ate your bones."
What the fuck?
Like, why would you ever repost that? Or this one that says, "Me watching her scream after I poured boiling water on her after she told a boy happy birthday because why you happy? He made it another year."
See, these edgy ass emo lords, bro. Like what? I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. Like I don't understand how that is intriguing to you. How you can look at that and relate to that and be like, oh, you know, that's really relatable. I like that. I want to repost that and show people I like this. Like what? There'd be some weird motherfuckers on the internet, bro. Look, all I'm gonna say is he's innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around. But it's not looking good for him at all. And even if he is innocent, that brother is still a weirdo.
Weird stuff that's super weird to repost, especially under this context. The latest thing to happen was the alleged brother of the victim, who was followed by David, was found. People started DMing him and asking him questions, which I think is a bit too far. Like this guy's definitely grieving right now that his sister's body was just found, and now the whole internet's put him on blast. But regardless, he claimed that they went to the police and it was waved off due to a lack of evidence. Again, I can't confirm if this is actually the brother, but that's what most people believe. There's other stuff too, like some alleged text between the victim and a friend talking about David, or people talking about another guy who was in the picture that David also knew, but that's not super important. This is the main information that everyone's focused on. Like I said though, this is all speculative stuff and theories that come from fans, although if I'm being honest, a lot of it looks pretty legit. Most of the public believes that he is guilty of being a pedophile and a murderer. And honestly, I'm not sure how David and his team could spin it in a way that make him seem not that way. However, some people do believe his innocence. Streamer and collaborator of David, Jason the Ween, who just made a song with him, was asked about whether or not he thought David did it. And on stream, he said he didn't think so.
Situation?
With David?
Yeah,
he didn't do it.
He's not a murderer?
No.
Thank God, bro, because I was still going to listen to his music. I was just worried that I'd be an asshole if I did.
That's hilarious.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches?
No, and I'm gonna perform. We're gonna perform on the 20th. Me and David.
Tesla.
I don't think it's him because he's been on tour.
No,
but also,
I don't think it's him either. I think it's like almost obviously not him.
Quick little update. Jason, among a bunch of other people, celebrities and influencers and friends of David, have all unfollowed him, so his case is clearly getting much worse. But as of right now, with everything that's come out, people in general are assuming he's guilty. Like this person who said, TikTok, you will crumble for running to defend this not only a killer, but a pedophile. Or this person who said, he's 20 and she was 15. He's a pedophile and a murderer. Yeah, no, he needs to be locked up now. This person even said, I'm usually an innocent until proven guilty type of person, but with the amount of evidence against David, you're just delusional if you think he's innocent.
Maybe.
I don't know about the delusional part. That's kind of harsh. And I don't want to jump to the conclusions in this video or make some false accusations, but I have to say the allegations look very bad for him. Even if he wasn't involved in her passing, it does seem like they dated or were very close based on everything we know, which at the very least, allegedly, would make David a pedophile. I don't know though, this whole situation just leaves me with a ton of questions. Like if the mom of the victim knew that she was dating someone named David, did she not know his age? And I'm not blaming her specifically, but it seems like the people around her knew a bit about it, like the guy from the Reddit post who apparently knew that she ran off with David, and I guess other people knew too, at least that's how he made it sound. However, on the flip side, the brother claimed that the police didn't do anything, so is that really the case? Did the police not do anything at all? I don't know, I just can't imagine there's a way in which David and his team can spin this without any sort of admission of guilt, at least acknowledging that he knew her or had a relationship with her, which is wrong. The only possible explanation that could make him innocent is the fact that maybe it was a setup, but even then it just seems so elaborate. I can't imagine that was the case. Maybe they were friends, but I doubt that was the case based on all the pictures that we've seen. At the end of the day, this is a super tragic story, and I just want to say rest in peace to the victim. I couldn't find anything, but if anyone knows of any resources available to help the victim's family that isn't scammy, please let me know and I'll make sure to pin it in the comments below. Other than that though, if there's any other major updates, I'll make sure to update you guys, so feel free to stick around and subscribe if you want to get more news. But yeah, it's been your boy Matty Balls, and I'll see you guys next time.
Interesting, bro. Wow, let's see these comments though. Hold on. This is one of the craziest stories he ever covered. Prayers for the victim's family. Edit, Jason clip is old, thought it was recent. Yeah. Also the pick at, oh wow. No idea how people still try to defend dude. Even if he didn't kill her, the fact that he was still messing with an underage girl is enough to make me dislike this idiot. Even if he wasn't the murderer, it's sad how evil this world is and how people will prey on the innocent. Rip Celeste. Yeah, it's very, very true, bro. This is a insane situation. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Yeah, this is an insane situation, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I personally don't see. Here's my take. You want to know? Here's Mr. Philly's take, right? Because everybody cares about that. If I had to make an assumption, and I had to go with my gut, my intuition, I don't think he killed her. I don't think he did. I have a suspicion that it's a really bad coincidence, but I do think that he's probably did the PDF file stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Because that stuff is kind of almost impossible to like find a loophole around. The body stuff, I mean, I honestly, I don't know. I just find it hard to believe. I mean, I could be wrong. You never know, and that would be insane. That'd be one of the craziest stories we've heard in music. But I don't know. My gut is telling me I don't think he killed her, bro. I think it's more of just a circumstance of it's a really bad timing and coincidence. I think that he definitely did have a relationship with her, which is definitely wrong, and that should definitely be taken very seriously. But the killing part, I don't know, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, my gut is telling me one thing, but then also my mind and my heart saying, well, there's also a chance that he did. You never really know because there's so many other crazy kind of people on this earth and in the music industry, and this could definitely be some damn Illuminati shit for real. But David is a sad case, bro, because even though I was never like super tapped into him and a crazy fan or nothing like that, I definitely, I heard his songs before, and I have thought before, I'm like, damn, this brother is talented. Like, he is extremely talented, extremely young, and he has an extremely bright future in music and in just entertainment and shit. So seeing this is definitely disheartening, I'm not gonna lie. But y'all know how I always feel, bro. If he did do this shit, if he did PDF file that, and it looks like he really did, if I'm being honest with you. The murder one's a lot harder to really crack down. I'm not going to go all the way in on that. But the PDF, it's like an 80% chance, if I'm being real. But if he did do all that shit, bro, and he is proven guilty, lock that brother up and throw away the key. There's no other way to go about it. Lock that brother up and throw away the key. I don't like seeing brothers locked up, but at the same time, though, we gotta do justice. So if he really did do that shit, he gotta go. If not, though, free that man. Because that's one last thing I do want to say. Is it's sad, not just in this case, but I've noticed in every case imaginable, on like the worst cases and like the regular cases, every single time there is somebody going through a cancel culture type moment, whether it's somebody who said something bad, did something bad, whatever it is, but it's never 100% proven. It's just allegations. I've noticed that people in the industry, media outlets, corporations, brands, all these different kinds of people are so quick to cut people off before they even know the full story, you know? And it's sad because there have been cases where people have been accused of doing something and then have been proven innocent, but then nobody cares afterwards because your reputation's already destroyed. You know what I mean? That's the sad thing. That's the thing I don't like is like, even, I mean, obviously the David story is progressing a lot and it's getting a lot worse as time goes on. But I mean, even like a week ago or like a couple days ago when the story first came out, I saw that there were a lot of people that were already right off the bat. They didn't even know nothing besides the headline, and they were already disassociating with and disconnecting from David. And I'm like, bro, give it some time. Like, I understand it's an insane, disgusting allegation. And if it is true, he deserves the worst. But it hasn't been proven yet. So why the hell are y'all getting so out of pocket and treating this brother like he did it 100%? Like, let the information come out. Look at the details. Let's go through the court process and go from there. Right? But it's like when people are automatically off the cuff just doing this because they care about their PR, they care about all this shit. That's where I'm like, bro, this industry is so fake, bro. You know, and that's why I'm not really seeking too much industry friends in this journey, because I understand that if anything were to happen to me, anybody that I would think are my friends would instantly switch up because they know that their paycheck's at risk. You know what I mean? So it's like, industry's cracked, man. Industry's freaking wicked. But David, though, yeah, man, we're gonna have to find out what's going on with him.